one for us, and you'll find out in a few minutes this one for you. I'm going to turn it over to Anne.
The very first one we're doing, as you'll see on your program, is You Are My Sunshine. A little message before. You Are My Sunshine was copyrighted and published by Jamie Davis and Charles Mitchell in 1940. It's been recorded by 350 artists and translated into 30 languages. Jimmy Davis, who really did live to be 101, was a country music and gospel singer. Interesting, he also was a two-time governor of Louisiana. And Louisiana legislature made You Are My Sunshine the official state song. So for your benefit, we are playing Louisiana's official state song.
That's the only mistake I made. All right. Regarding the next piece, the composer was Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov. He was a Russian aristocrat in the years before the Russian Revolution. Although he studied the piano, he was trained for a career in the Navy. While he was in the Navy, he moonlighted teaching composition and eventually left the Navy to pursue a musical career. The piece I'm going to play is from the story of 1001 Nights and the Sultan Shahriyar, who lost faith in women and vowed to execute every wife after spending one night with her. However, his wife, Sultana Scheherazade, beguiled her husband with 1001 fanciful stories, which impressed him so much that he recalled his vow. So this is Scheherazade.
John Kander is now 91. He's a celebrated composer of Hollywood films and Broadway shows. Some of his numerous works include the musicals Cabaret and Chicago. He did a great deal of composing for Liza Minnelli, and she was the first person to record New York, New York, although it is perhaps more closely associated with Frank Sinatra.
The next tune we're going to play is "I'd Like to Teach the World to Sing." And Bill Backer was listed as a composer. He was an advertising executive who created the Coca-Cola ad campaign that you might remember. And this song was adapted at his suggestion to portray a positive message of hope and love. The ad featured a multicultural collection of teenagers standing on top of the hill and appearing to sing this song. The tune was so popular that it was later removed the product references to Coca-Cola, and it was became a commercial release. So here it is.
Oh, my cover. Okay. Richard Addinsell is a British composer of music for films and for cinema. Undoubtedly, his most successful composition was for the movie called Dangerous Moonlight. The grand heroic style of his music is the style of Sergei Rachmaninoff. And the music script was originally given to Rachmaninoff and he passed it back. So, Dangerous Moonlight is a story of a pilot during Poland's struggle against Nazi Germany. The pilot in the film was seriously injured in a plane crash and resulted in his amnesia and eventual recovery. The movie failed, but Addinsell's music was rearranged and became the Warsaw Concerto, which today is still presented worldwide as both a piano or piano symphony presentation. So I will play a small selection from the Warsaw Concerto.
Everyone knows John Lennon, and I was surprised to see he only lived to be 40 years old, although I do remember when he was murdered. Imagine was the best-selling single of his solo career. He said the lyrics encouraged listeners to imagine a world of peace, without materialism, without borders separating nations, and without religion. He said much of the song's lyrics and content came from his wife, Yoko Ono. And shortly before his death, the process to give her co-writing credit was begun. So imagine. We have a lot of fun when we play this.
She hands me a page and I've never seen it.
Sight reading.
Okay. around the backstage.
All right, Frédéric Chopin, who's the composer of the piece I'm going to play, was 39, even younger than John Lennon when he passed away. He was basically the Brad Pitt of his generation. He was sought after, famous, and idolized everywhere he went. He composed only for the piano and rarely in public, often in just small gatherings like we're having today. Although he emigrated to Paris in 1830 from his native homeland in Poland, he traveled all over Europe on a French passport, but always considered himself to be Polish. Chopin was in very poor health toward the end of his life, and some people have speculated that the Waltz in A minor that I'm going to play was composed shortly before his death because it is so gloomy. I think it's really beautiful, and I hope you agree.
Yes. Oh, Autumn Leaves. Autumn Leaves. Joseph Kosma was born in Budapest, Hungary, later emigrated to Paris, where he became a successful composer of popular songs and movie scores. During the Nazi occupation of France, he was placed under house arrest and banned from composing, but he was able to keep writing for movies with other musicians running for him. Autumn Leaves was his most popular work.
Regarding Over the Rainbow, Harold Arlen was an American composer of popular music, Broadway musicals, and Hollywood films. He composed over 500 songs, and a number of which have become known worldwide. Over the Rainbow was voted the 20th century's most popular song, and it won the 1939 Academy Award for Best Original Song. It was a defining song of Judy Garland's career.
Christmas song, this is Mel Torme's version of Christmas song. He was an American musician, singer, composer, arranger, drummer, actor, and author. He was a child prodigy at the first prodigy, was first performed at the age of 4. His mother spanned so many genres that it took hours to recap. He wrote more than 250 songs, many of which have become standards, but the Christmas song was his most popular composition, even though it wasn't his favorite. He called it his annuity.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy that you're here, and there's a lot more to eat and drink, so please make use of it all. Go out and sit by the pool if you want, whatever.
See ya. See ya.